Good morning student, welcome to our history lecture. Now, today we are going to learn our second chapter, that is India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. In the first lesson we are learn about the various sources of history, from where the authentic sources, that is the material source, written source and the oral source, the history is been written. Now in this chapter we shall learn about the various ruling powers in India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. One we will see in the detail. Pal in the 8th century was a famous dynasty in Bengal. In central India, the Gurjar Pratihar power spread up to Andhra, Kalinga, Vidarbha, West Kathiawar and Kannauj and Gujarat. So that is in the 8th century. The Pal dynasty was the famous dynasty and it was spread right from the Gurjar till Andhra, Kalinga, Vidarbha, Kannauj and Gujarat. So that is among the Rajput dynasty, that is in North India, Garhwal and Parmar dynasties were the most important ones. Prithviraj Chauhan, he was a valiant king. In the first battle of Tarai, Prithviraj Chauhan had defeated Muhammad Ghori. But later on, after that, the Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan in the second battle of Tarai. Then, that is in the Rajaraj I and the Rajendra I. They were belonging to Chola dynasty in the Tamil Nadu. So, the Chola dynasty, they conquered the Maldives Islands and Sri Lanka using their naval strength. After that, the Vishnuvardhan king belonging to Hoysala dynasty, he was from the Karnataka and then he conquered the whole Karnataka, and during his reign, that is Govind III of the Rashtrakuta dynasty in Maharashtra, the Rashtrakuta power spread from Kannauj till the Rameshwar, and later on Krishnaraj III conquered the region till the Allahabad, and after that the three dynasties Shiledas were emerged in the western Maharashtra. They ruled over, that is in the Thane and Raigad in North Konkan, the second in the South Konkan, while the third dynasty ruled over some parts of the present day of Kolhapur, Satara and the Belgaum district. The last prosperous power before the Shivaji Maharaj was the Yadavas. The capital of Bhillam V of the Yadava dynasty was at Devgiri, that is near the Aurangabad. Then it was extended till the river Krishna. And during this period, Yadava period, the Marathi language was having a golden period. It was in this period that the Mahanubhav Panth and the Warkari movement was being emerged. So before the Shivaji Maharaj, here the Rashtrakutas in the Maharashtra as well as the Yadavas, they were the most powerful. They were ruling over in the Maharashtra. Next is the invention from the northwest. So who were the local dynasties that were ruling in the northwest, that we will see. From dynasties like the Yadava and the Rashtrakuta ruled in Maharashtra, but the invaders that from the northwest, they conquered the local dynasties and they were established their own rule. In the meanwhile, what happened? The Arab power had emerged in the Middle East. The Arab rulers, they came over India and expand their empire. The Arab general Muhammad bin Qasim, he attacked the Sindh province in the 8th century, and then instead of standing with the King Dahir, he conquered the Sindh province, and due to this campaign, Arab came contact with the Indians for the first time, and along with that, Turks, Afghans and Mughals from the Central Asia, they also came over India and establish their power here. So like this, from the outside of the, that is the Turks, Afghans, Mughals, Arabs, they came over here, they started the establishing power and they ruled over the some parts of our country. So in the 11th century, the Turks began to invade India and they expanded their territories. They reached to the western frontier of India. Sultan Muhammad of Ghazni, he invaded India many times. As such, the India was in the flourished country, a wealthy country. He want to establish his rule. For that purpose, several times Muhammad Ghazni, he came over here, and same time he plundered the temples of Mathura, Vrindavan, Kanauj and Somnath, and along with he has carried enormous wealth with him. In 1175 CE and 1178 CE, Sultan Muhammad Ghuri of Ghur from the Afghanistan, he invaded India. So in the year that is 1175, the Sultan Muhammad Ghuri came over India, and then for this he has appointed Qutbuddin Aibak to look after the governance of the territories. He has whatever the these territories he has conquered, he has appointed Qutbuddin Aibak to look after that. Then Aibak began to rule the Indian territories under his rule independently. Aibak, who was initially a slave, he became the ruler of Delhi, and then he died in the year 1210 CE. After him, the Ibrahim Lodi, he was the last sultan. He made many enemies because of his peculiar temperament. And then Daulat Khan Lodi, what he has done, the governor of Punjab, he invited Babur, who was the ruler of Afghanistan. So, that Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the battle, and thus the Sultanate came to an end. So, like this, the Arabs, they came in the contact with the India. So, that is Sultanate in the north. At that time, after the death of the Aibak, Ibrahim Lodin, he was the last Sultan. But due to his peculiar temperament, he was having various enemies, and for this Daulat Khan Lodi, what he has done, at that time the governor of Punjab, he invited Babur, who was the ruler of Kabul, that is Afghanistan, during that time. So Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi in that battle, and thus the Sultanate came to an end. After that we will see the kingdom of Vijayanagar. So during the region of Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq of Delhi, there was many revolts in the south against the central power of Delhi, and then from this revolt arose formidable, that is a Vijayanagar and the Bahmani kingdoms. So the brothers Hariyar and the Bukka, they were from the south, and they were Sardars in the service of the Delhi Sultanate. And then what they had done, they had taken the advantage of the instability in the south during the time of the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and they founded the Vijayanagar kingdom. So the Vijayanagar kingdom is founded by the Hariyar and the Bukka in the south in the year that is 1336 CE. Hampi, that is today's Karnataka, was the capital of that kingdom. Hariyar, he was the first king of the Vijayanagar. After Hariyar, his brother became the king, and then the Bukka brought the region from Rameshwar under his control. So till Rameshwar, the Vijayanagar kingdom was been expanded. After that, Krishna Devaraya ascended the throne of Vijayanagar in the year it is 1509 C. After that, Hariyar and Bukka, Krishna Devaraya became the king. Then he has conquered many, that is from Vijayawada till the Rajamahendri, and next his kingdoms. He defeated the combined forces of the armies of the Sultan, who had untitled under the leadership of Bahmani Sultan Mahmud Shah. So during the Krishna Devaraya, what he has done, he has extended the Vijayanagar kingdom from Cuttack in the east up to the Goa in the west, and Raichur Doab in the north up to the Indian Ocean in the south. He died in the year 1530 C. As Krishna Devaraya, he was a very good scholar. He has written a book, that is Amukha Tamalyada, that is in the Telugu language. Similarly, he has constructed the Hazaram temple and Vitthal temple in the Vijayanagar during his period. And after the death of the Krishna Devaraya, the Vijayanagar kingdom began to decline, and with the that is in the year 1566 at Talikot in the present state of Karnataka, there was a battle between Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi, Barid Shahi on one side and Vijayanagar on one side. What happened? All the three, that is Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi and Barid Shahi, they all four, they came together against the Vijayanagar, and in that the Vijayanagar was defeated, and by this the Vijayanagar came to an end. So children, till here we are learn about the various kingdoms that were ruling before the times of Shivaji Maharaj in India. So firstly we are seen about the Pal dynasty that was in the Bengal. Then in the Maharashtra, the Yadavas, those were the most prosperous and the powerful one before the times of the Shivaji Maharaj. Then in the north, the Sultanate was there. The kingdom of Vijayanagar was emerged. In that, the Hari and Bukka, and afterwards the Krishna Devaraya. He was the last ruler, and by that the Vijayanagar kingdom came to an. The remaining one we will see in the next lecture. Till then, children, take care. Bye.